Okay, so today we're gonna look at Fluxx. I really like this game. Although ironically, I've played more of the Monty Python Fluxx, which is they're like these little card games that you can play with a couple of people. I don't know what the minimum is. Probably 3 or 4. Oh, 2 to 6, really? I have never played this with 2 to 6 players. I've always played with like 14, and it always lasted like 3 hours. So, this is gonna be really quick. This isn't like a review or anything. This is just me being like, I like this game. Let me tell you about this game. Woo! So as I said, there's like several different kinds of Fluxx, I think. There's the Monty Python one. I think there's like a Cthulhu or Cthulhu-like one. There's the Fluxx, obviously, which is like a bunch of different sci-fis mashed up together. Star Trek, Star Wars, and other forms of pop culture. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think there's some reference to in here. Don't remember the others off the top of my head. So as I said, I mostly play Monty Python with people. However, it's... I got blue stuff on me. Oh, from the taffy from last time. You can, like, mix decks and, like, mush them all together and play like you're an insane person. And you have no self-control like me and my friends do. Or maybe do not is the correct term. But we usually play this at like New Year's, and then by the time we finish, we didn't even realize that it was the New Year because we're nerds that sit in a basement and don't watch the ball drop. We just use it as an excuse to once a year all hang out together. But so it starts off somewhat simple, but then it like quickly gets crazy. So, okay. Hopefully I actually have the cards in here to describe what I'm going to describe. There we go. It's entirely possible that I have cards with friends in their boxes. Oh, okay, here we go. So it's by Looney Labs Games. Smart games for smart people. It's a lie, you don't have to be smart to play this. So yeah, there's Fluxx, the board game. Fluxx, I can't even read that. This might just be the basic version of Fluxx. Yeah. I think that's just another version of Fluxx, and then there's, oh yeah, there is. Okay, so then there's Cthulhu Fluxx, there's Star Fluxx, and there's Pirate Fluxx. There's Zombie Fluxx, there's Oz Fluxx, and then there's Monty Python Fluxx. Is there anything on the back? Oh my god, okay, never mind, there's more. Oh, these aren't Fluxx, these are just their other games. Okay. So, let's just go down and read these. So, Fluxx, the board game, is a game that's all about change. Changing rules, changing goals, and now changing movement in boards. Available July 2013. Excuse me. Fluxx iOS takes the card game to a new level, featuring single-player games, offline and online play for 2 to 4 players. Fluxx, a fun, quick, addictive card game that never plays the same way twice. The rules change as the game progresses for laugh-out-loud fun for the whole family. 1 million copies sold. 1 million. And then we have Cthulhu Fluxx, investigate secrets no mortal shall know, or should know. Star Fluxx, the ever-changing card game in space. And plunder and surprise your friends, Pirate Fluxx. I should have done that with the pirate voice, but, you know, didn't think that through. Zombie Fluxx. Oh, wow. Nope. That was cringe, and I'm going to take that back. Zombie Fluxx. Can you prevent the zombie apocalypse? Nope. I can't even prevent my own embarrassing cringeworthy moments. Oz Fluxx. You're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Monty Python Fluxx, something completely different. Boy, is that an understatement. Monty Python Fluxx is crazy. Like, I'll explain what's in the Monty Python one later. Because, like, it literally is crazy. So, how you play is you, like, start with putting, like, the basic rules down onto the table. Because there's all these different types. Let's see if we can find basic rules. And like I said, it may not even be in here because I may have accidentally left it in some friend's shuffled deck. So, you know, it's whatever. Ah, here we go. I'm not a total idiot. So I should have just looked for this one. Fluxx. Basic rules. To begin, shuffle up the deck and deal 3 cards to each player. Choose someone to go first. Keep this card on the table. Draw 1. Draw 1 card per turn. Play 1. Play 1 card per turn. Cool. So what you do is you put it on the table. In attack mode. I don't know. No. You just put the thing on the table like that. This is like a terrible angle, but you know, whatever. Can I angle it down a little more? Good enough. Okay, whatever. And then everyone's dealt, what is it, 5? Is it 7? I should probably consult the rules, or da rules. Let's see. Deal 3 cards? Really? That's it? I don't remember that being a thing. Okay, so you would deal someone 1, 2 trace cards. So let's say these are my 3 cards actually. So there's a rule card, a goal card, and a keeper card in my hand. There's other cards, but I'll get to those. So then if it comes to your turn and you have a new rule card in your hand, you can place it down to the table, and it doesn't replace the basic rules. It adds to them. So you can see how this gets complicated fast. So this one in particular is a play 4 rule card. So to play this card, place it face up in the center of the table. New rules take effect instantly. Discard any previous play rule. Play 4 cards per turn. If you have fewer than 4 cards in your hand, play all your cards. So the only way that this would replace another card is if there's another like card that says like play 2 or play 5 or play 3. It doesn't replace other rule cards like this one. That's a keeper limit. So both of these rules can be active at both of these rules can be active at the same time. A keeper limit is like a hand limit. So so during your turn you can only have 4 keepers in play. Oh, never mind. There are hand limit cards too. Like like this one, hand limit 2. So also in theory, all of these cards can, oh my god. All of these rule cards can be in play at the same time. So you can have a hand limit of 2, but you have to play 4 cards. And you can only have up to 4 keepers in front of you at a time. Excuse me. So let's just say, to make this easy, say that, we'll just put that card out there. Okay. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I've been drinking so much water. Okay. So now the goal cards are what you need to win the game. So, for example, this one's, he's dead, Captain. So to play this card, place it face up in the center of the table. Discard previous goal, if any. So this, you can only have one goal at a time, unless there's a card that says otherwise. So the player who has the doctor and the captain on the table wins, and I'll explain how you do that. So then you would place this there, and it's like, oh, that's the new goal. So then let's move on to this keeper. So these are keeper cards, and these are the things that you need to win. So this is a bug-eyed monster, and this is a laser sword. And some of them have things that you can do. So like the keeper, this keeper doesn't do anything, it's just there. Although it has an icon in the corner, but we really didn't play with much of those because, like I said, when we would shuffle the decks together, my friends and I, there'd be too many rules. Too many rules on the dance floor. Too many rules on the dance floor. Okay. There'd be too many rules going on, so we really didn't worry about the icons in the corner because we'd have too many decks just flushed together, and it would become almost impossible to have to explain to the plethora of people we were playing with. Cause I'm not kidding you, we would play with like 14 people. The max for this game is supposed to be like 6. Because we just don't care. We could have easily split off into 2 groups, but we just don't, because we're just terrible people. But this keeper card, the laser swords, says once per turn, if you have this on the table, you can discard any keeper in front of you if it has a creeper attached to it. And that's another thing that we've got to explain. This is the game of many rules. So if you have a keeper in your hand, you can play it by going boop and putting it in front of you. And that's how you play it. That's it. That's in front of you. So if you have those 2 in play, those are your 2 keepers. And if there's a card, or if there's a goal card that says, oh, you need the bug-eyed monster and the laser sword to win, you'd have to have those 2 keepers out in front of you in order to win. But you don't, so right now you can't win. But if you have that card in front of you, or if you have a goal card that says you need those 2, and you have that goal card in front of you, you can be like, boop, I'm gonna replace that goal, and boop, boop, here are my keepers. I win. It's a strategy game, and it can be over really quickly, or it can be over not that quickly. Oh, look at this generic cutie. Oh, Firefly. Okay, so let's now move on to creepers. So creepers, you can't win if you have a creeper in front of you, and you never really be like, oh my god, look, I'm playing a creeper in my hand. Oh, isn't it so cool? Usually you're playing a creeper to someone else's hand, or like if you, there's like some rules, I think that's like, if you get a creeper in your hand, you have to automatically like put it out in front of you. I'm probably explaining this all wrong. But as I said, we played with so many decks that we just kind of like had to streamline our own homebrew rules. Let's see them. Unlike keepers, which are things you want, creepers are undesirable cards that often prevent you from winning. Creepers are kept on the table in front of you in the same area as your keepers. Yeah, creepers are played automatically. As soon as you draw a creeper, you must place it face up in front of you and draw another card. This does not count as a play. You might have to accept more than one creeper at once as you draw cards until you've drawn the required number of non-creepers and added them to your hand. Note that this is true anytime you draw a card such as during an action. Okay. So yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So, oh god, I can't pick up any of these cards. So if you draw a creeper, you have to put it out immediately. That one says, if you have any equipment keepers in play, you must choose one to attach this to. Any special power, keepers become ignored. So I think this is an equipment card. I'm gonna just pretend that it is, because I don't want to sift through the deck too much. So let's just say this is an equipment card, and if it is, oh, awesome. But it's attached to that one. So you'll have to find a way to get rid of it. But it's a great way to make sure no one wants to take it. Although I don't think they can take it. It's whatever. I didn't say I was smart. Right. So let's do an action. So an action cards are like things that like you can do during the turn. So this one's called Beam Us Up. All beings in play are returned to the hands of their owners, unless someone has the teleport chamber in play. in which case that player takes all beings in play and adds them to their hand. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. So that's a good way to get like 30 cards, depending on how many people you're playing with. Probably just me. So you would play that and you'd be like, mwah, 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 all of the beings in play are mine. So I'm assuming this is a being card. Ha. I'm assuming this is a being card. That's probably what this brain means. I'm gonna check. If I didn't drop the instructions. Yeah. Oh, hey. I was right. So the little brain means living being. And the little watch thing is a mechanical device. So, cool. I've been right this whole time. Maybe I'm not that dumb. I mean, yes. Nope, that is, yep. Nope, yeah, moving on. So then let's say, oh, you're going to play another gold card. So then this gold card, usually what we do is we just place it right on top of it. So we don't have to have another discard pile. So that would be the new goal, which would be, whoa, set lasers just done. So anybody who would have the laser pistol and the captain, whoa, man, I am just not having a good day, would win. And then there are, yeah, we'll do this one. Then there are, this deck in particular has surprise cards, which is different from the Monty Python one because I don't believe there were surprise ones in the Monty Python one. So this card can be played at any time for one of the functions described below or to cancel surprise which another player has just played. So that's kind of cool. This one's called That's Mine, or actually, That's Mine. Out of turn, when another player plays a keeper, it goes in front of you instead of them, possibly preventing their victory. During your turn, steal another player's keeper and put it in front of you. So those are two things. You can either prevent a keeper or you can steal a keeper, so those are pretty cool. Yeah, so there's some other cards like, there's Hitchhiker in here. Intergalactic Guide. This is a mechanical device. Can you tell? Remain calm. That's what we're trying to do here today. Remain calm. And not going crazy that your dogs are stomping their feet above you. To play this card, place it in front of the table, or up on the table in front of you. Intergalactic Travel Guide. Some of these are just funny, so I'm going to read through them. What doctor? Where? The doctor who has the doctor, or the player who has the doctor, whoa, and the time traveler on the table wins. So there's a nice little Doctor Who reference. There's this one, alien life forms. The player who has any two of the following keepers on the table wins. Energy being, bug-eyed monster, and cute fuzzy alien creature. Adorable. This one's called Landing Party. You win if you have the expendable crewman on the table along with any two of the following: captain, doctor, scientist, or engineer. Here's a cool, complicated rule. Discard hand and redraw, plus your turn ends. Get on with it anytime before your final play. If you are not empty-handed, you may your hand and draw a new hand of 3 cards. This is a free action, but if you take it, your turn ends immediately. So this would be stacked on. That would be like, yeah, that's a new rule. So things can get really crazy really fast because you can add all these rules and everything, and basically like the board just looks like this. I'm not joking, just slightly more organized, like slightly more organized. Yeah, so, in the Monty Python one, there are some fun things to do. Like one of the rules or something is like, if you hum a few bars or sing a few lyrics or something, or a phrase from a Monty Python like skit or song, excuse me, hiccups, you can like draw an extra card or play an extra card or something like that. No, it's play an extra card, I believe. But if you talk like if you talk in an accent for a whole turn, you can draw an extra card, and you can do that for every turn as long as the card remains on the table. So there's some cool ones. But those are the only two that I've played. I haven't played any others. I was thinking about getting the Cthulhu one, but every time I go to the store, I just see either Star Flux or Monty Python Flux. So what can you do? But this is gonna be fun to clean up. Shit's probably gonna take like 10 seconds, I bet. Let's find out. Probably not. This is probably longer than 10 seconds by now. Who's counting? Not me. So anyways, that is Star Flux. It's pretty fun. Try it out with friends or your family or neighbor, stranger, cat, dog, mouse. Babysitter. Babysitter would probably make fun of you and call you Nord. Nord! But we're all nerds. We're all kind of cool. And kind of lame. But kind of awesome. But kind of weird. It's a balance. Alright. Have fun and enjoy your day.